Chapter 10, The Rivals Challenge. Tom Chun sat in his study, reviewing the notes he had taken from his visits to the various businesses under his control. His mind was buzzing with ideas and strategies when David Zhang entered the room, holding an envelope with a serious expression on his face. "Tom, we received a challenge from Mr. Wang," David said, handing over the envelope. "He's proposing a high-stakes business deal." Tom took the envelope and opened it, reading the contents carefully. Mr. Wang, a rival tycoon known for his aggressive tactics, had proposed a deal that would test Tom's newfound skills and confidence. The deal involved acquiring a struggling tech company that both parties believed had significant potential if properly managed. "What do you think, David?" Tom asked, looking up from the letter. David's expression was thoughtful. "It's a risky move, but it could be a great opportunity to prove yourself. Mr. Wang is known for his cunning, so you'll need to be prepared. If you succeed, it will establish you as a formidable player in the business world." Tom nodded, feeling a mix of excitement and apprehension. "Let's do it. I'm ready to face this challenge." David smiled. "I knew you'd say that. We'll start by gathering as much information as possible about the company and Mr. Wang's potential strategies. I'll arrange a meeting with our key advisors." Over the next few days, Tom and his team delved into research. They analyzed the tech company's financials, market position, and potential for growth. Tom spent long hours in the study, poring over reports and brainstorming strategies with his team. He consulted with Lisa on real estate opportunities, Mark on tech innovations, and Sarah on financial projections. The collaborative effort brought a sense of unity and determination. Finally, the day of the negotiation arrived. Tom dressed in his finest suit, feeling a blend of nerves and determination. Mr. Lee drove him to the venue, a sleek office building in the heart of the city. Tom took a deep breath as he entered the building, ready to face Mr. Wang. The conference room was modern and minimalist, with a large glass table at its center. Mr. Wang, a sharp-dressed man with an air of confidence, sat at the head of the table, flanked by his advisors. He greeted Tom with a firm handshake and a calculating smile. "Mr. Chen, welcome," Mr. Wang said. "I'm looking forward to our discussion." "Likewise, Mr. Wang," Tom replied, matching his tone. "Let's get started." The negotiation began, and it quickly became clear that Mr. Wang was a shrewd and experienced negotiator. He outlined his terms, emphasizing the risks and downplaying the potential benefits. Tom listened carefully, his mind racing as he considered his options. Drawing on the knowledge he had gained and the advice from his team, Tom countered Mr. Wang's points with confidence. He highlighted the tech company's untapped potential, proposed innovative solutions to its problems, and presented a detailed plan for its turnaround. He also emphasized the long-term benefits of the acquisition, both financially and strategically. As the discussion progressed, Tom found his rhythm. He stayed calm under pressure, responded to Mr. Wang's challenges with clear and concise arguments, and showed a deep understanding of the industry. The advisors on both sides took notes and occasionally whispered suggestions, but it was clear that the main battle was between Tom and Mr. Wang. Hours passed, and the tension in the room was palpable. Finally, Mr. Wang leaned back in his chair, a thoughtful expression on his face. "You've made a compelling case, Mr. Chun. I must admit I underestimated you." Tom smiled, feeling a surge of pride. "Thank you, Mr. Wang. I believe this deal will be beneficial for both of us." Mr. Wang nodded. "Very well. I accept your terms. Let's move forward with the acquisition." The room erupted in applause from both sides, and Tom felt a wave of relief and satisfaction. He had done it. He had faced a formidable rival and emerged victorious. As the final details were being ironed out, Mr. Wang approached Tom. "You've impressed me today, Tom. Your great-uncle would be proud." "Thank you, Mr. Wang," Tom replied. "I'm determined to build on his legacy and create something even greater." With the deal secured, Tom returned to the mansion, where his team awaited the news. He shared the details of the successful negotiation, and the room filled with cheers and congratulations. David approached Tom, a proud smile on his face. "You did it, Tom. This is a significant milestone." "It's just the beginning," Tom replied, feeling a renewed sense of purpose. "We have a lot of work ahead, but I'm ready for it." As the celebrations continued, Tom took a moment to reflect on his journey so far. He had grown from a bewildered heir into a confident leader, ready to take on the challenges of the business world. With his team by his side and his great-uncle's legacy guiding him, Tom knew that the future held limitless possibilities. He raised a glass in a toast to the future and to making our own mark on the world. The team echoed his toast, and Tom felt a surge of optimism and excitement. He was ready to face whatever came next, confident in his ability to lead and succeed. Chapter 11. The Unexpected Mentor. Tom Chun was deep in thought, reviewing the progress reports from his various business ventures, when Mr. Lee entered his study. "Tom, there's someone here to see you," Mr. Lee said, his tone respectful but carrying a hint of excitement. Tom looked up, slightly puzzled. "Who is it?" "Ms. Eleanor Wu," Mr. Lee replied. "She was a close friend and confidant of your great-uncle. She's waiting in the drawing room." Tom's curiosity was piqued. He had heard of Eleanor Wu, a legendary businesswoman known for her sharp acumen and vast network of connections. She had built a formidable empire of her own and was highly respected in the business community. Tom stood up, straightened his suit, and headed to the drawing room, his mind racing with questions. Eleanor Wu was an elegant woman in her late 50s, with silver-streaked hair and an air of quiet authority. She rose gracefully as Tom entered the room, extending her hand with a warm smile. "Tom, it's a pleasure to finally meet you," she said. "The pleasure is mine, Ms. Wu," Tom replied, shaking her hand. "I've heard a lot about you." "Please, call me Eleanor," she said, gesturing for him to sit. "Your great-uncle spoke very highly of you. He always believed you had great potential." Tom felt a surge of pride and gratitude. "Thank you, Eleanor. I'm doing my best to live up to his expectations." Eleanor nodded, her eyes appraising. "Your recent successes have been impressive. However, I'm here to offer my assistance. Your great-uncle and I were not just friends. We were partners in many ventures. He always trusted my judgment, and I believe I can offer you some guidance." Tom's interest was fully captured. "I would be honored to learn from you, Eleanor." "Good," she said with a satisfied smile. "Let's get started. Show me what you're working on." Over the next few hours, Tom and Eleanor delved into the intricacies of his various business ventures. Eleanor provided sharp insights and strategic advice, pointing out areas where improvements could be made and highlighting potential opportunities Tom had overlooked. "Your team is strong, but they need clearer direction," Eleanor advised. "You must be the one to set the vision and inspire them. Leadership is not just about making decisions. It's about empowering others to excel." Tom listened intently, absorbing every word. Eleanor's experience and wisdom were invaluable, and he felt a newfound clarity about his role as a leader. "Thank you, Eleanor," Tom said sincerely. "Your insights are incredibly helpful." "I'm glad to hear that," she replied. "But there's more to leadership than just strategy. Your great-uncle was successful because he understood people. He knew how to build relationships and earn trust. You must do the same." Eleanor then shared stories about her and Tom's great-uncle's business ventures, emphasizing the importance of networking and building alliances. Tom realized that to lead effectively, he needed to cultivate these skills as well. As the day turned into evening, Eleanor stood to leave. "Remember, Tom, you have potential to achieve great things, but you must always be willing to learn and grow. I'll be in touch, and if you ever need advice, don't hesitate to reach out." "Thank you, Eleanor," Tom said, standing as well. "I'm grateful for your guidance." Eleanor smiled warmly. "You're welcome, Tom. I see a bright future ahead of you." After she left, Tom returned to his study, his mind brimming with new ideas and a renewed sense of purpose. He felt more confident in his ability to lead and more determined than ever to honor his great-uncle's legacy. The next morning, Tom called a meeting with his key advisors and shared Eleanor's insights. Together, they began implementing the changes she had suggested, focusing on clear communication, strategic planning, and building stronger relationships both within and outside the company. Over the following weeks, Tom noticed a positive shift in his team's dynamics and their approach to challenges. Eleanor's mentorship had provided him with the tools he needed to lead effectively and inspire those around him. Tom knew there was still much to learn, but with Eleanor's guidance and the support of his team, he felt ready to face whatever the future held. He was no longer just the heir to his great-uncle's empire. He was a leader in his own right, prepared to carve out his own legacy and make his mark on the world. Chapter 12. The Media Frenzy. Tom Chun had barely settled into his morning routine when his phone buzzed incessantly. He glanced at the screen and saw a flood of notifications. His recent success in the high-stakes business deal with Mr. Wong had drawn significant attention, and the media frenzy had begun. "Tom, you're all over the news," David Zhang announced, walking into the study with a tablet in hand. He placed it on Tom's desk, showing various headlines and news articles featuring Tom's name and photograph. Tom's initial excitement was quickly overshadowed by a sense of unease. He had always preferred working behind the scenes, and the sudden spotlight was overwhelming. He turned to David, seeking guidance. "David, how do I handle this? I've never been in the public eye like this before," Tom admitted. David gave a reassuring smile. "Tom, this is an opportunity to shape your public image and establish your reputation. We need to be strategic about this. First, let's schedule a few interviews with reputable outlets. We'll prepare talking points and make sure you're ready." Tom nodded, feeling a mix of apprehension and determination. "All right, let's do it." David arranged interviews with several prominent business and financial publications. In preparation, Tom spent hours with David, going over potential questions and crafting thoughtful responses. He also consulted with Eleanor Wu, who provided valuable insights on handling media interactions. "You need to stay authentic," Eleanor advised during a phone call. "Be honest about your journey and your vision for the future. People appreciate sincerity." The first interview was scheduled with Business Today, a leading financial magazine. Tom arrived at their offices, feeling a knot of nerves in his stomach. He was greeted by the interviewer, Jane, a seasoned journalist known for her incisive questions. "Tom, it's a pleasure to meet you," Jane said with a warm smile. "Shall we get started?" Tom took a deep breath and nodded. "Yes, let's." The interview began with questions about Tom's background and his recent success in the deal with Mr. Wong. Tom spoke candidly about his journey, the challenges he had faced, and the lessons he had learned from his great-uncle and Eleanor. "Your story is quite inspiring," Jane remarked. "What do you think sets you apart from other young entrepreneurs?" Tom thought for a moment before responding. "I believe it's a combination of my great-uncle's legacy, the mentorship I've received, and my team's unwavering support. I'm fortunate to have a strong foundation and a vision for the future that drives me every day." Jane nodded, impressed by his answer. "What are your plans for Chen Enterprises moving forward?" Tom outlined his vision for the company, emphasizing innovation, sustainability, and community impact. He spoke passionately about the new venture he was launching and his commitment to making a positive difference. The interview concluded on a positive note, and Jane thanked Tom for his time. "I look forward to seeing what you achieve next, Tom. Best of luck." "Thank you, Jane," Tom replied, feeling a sense of accomplishment. As the weeks went by, more interviews followed, each one building Tom's confidence and refining his public persona. He appeared on television shows, podcasts, and in newspapers, always staying true to Eleanor's advice about authenticity. However, the media attention also brought challenges. Some journalists were more interested in sensational stories and tried to dig up scandals or controversies. Tom had to navigate these tricky waters carefully, always maintaining his composure and integrity. One morning, David approached Tom with a concerned look. "Tom, there's a tabloid article suggesting some shady dealings in our recent acquisition. It's baseless, but we need to address it before it gains traction." Tom read the article, feeling a surge of frustration. "How do we handle this, David?" "We'll issue a clear and concise statement refuting the claims," David suggested. "We'll also provide evidence of our transparency and ethical practices. It's important to stay ahead of this." Tom nodded. "Let's do it. I won't let baseless accusations tarnish our reputation." They crafted a strong statement and released it to the media. Tom also gave a brief interview to a reputable news outlet, calmly addressing the rumors and reiterating his commitment to integrity and transparency. His measured response helped defuse the situation and garnered public support. As the media frenzy gradually subsided, Tom felt more at ease with his new public role. He had learned to navigate the spotlight, balancing transparency with privacy, and using his platform to promote his vision and values. One evening, as Tom relaxed in his study, he reflected on the whirlwind of the past few weeks. He had faced the challenges of media scrutiny head-on and emerged stronger. He realized that being in the public eye was an inevitable part of his journey as a leader, and he was ready to embrace it. Tom picked up his phone and called Eleanor. "Eleanor, I just wanted to thank you for your advice. It's made a huge difference." Eleanor's voice was warm and reassuring. "You've done exceptionally well, Tom. Remember, this is just the beginning. Keep being true to yourself and your vision. The world is watching, and you have the power to make a real impact." "Thank you, Eleanor," Tom said, feeling a renewed sense of purpose. "I won't forget." As he hung up, Tom felt a deep sense of gratitude for the support and mentorship he had received. He was ready to face whatever came next, confident in his ability to lead with integrity and vision. The media frenzy had been a challenging but invaluable experience, shaping him into a more resilient and capable leader.